Then, leaving to its grief, the human heart abandoning speech and the name-determined realm. Through a gleaming, fasting sky of wordless thought, through naked, thought-free heavens of absolute light, she climbed to the summits where unborn idea, remembering the future that must be, looks down upon the works of laboring force, immutable above the world it made. She climbed the summits. So this is bliss which really takes you to the realm of unborn idea. They are waiting to take birth, it means. They are there ready. They are not materialized. Remembering the future that must be. That is why unborn ideas are therefore. That is the future of those unborn ideas take birth here. Remembering the future that must be, looks down upon the works of laboring force. So the force which is working from below, it is upon that they are looking from above. Immutable above the world it made. In the vast golden laughter of truth's sun, golden laughter of truth's sun. The pure joy, richness of joy, the preciousness of joy, the wealth of joy, golden laughter. Brahat Hasya, Brahat Suvarna Hasya, Brahat vast, golden Suvarna, laughter Hasya. Laughter of truth's sun, like a great heaven bird on a motionless sea, is poised her winged azure of creative joy. So she is really poised like a great bird on the still deep of the eternal peace. On the still deep, because of sea, deep, poised on that. In the vast golden laughter of truth's sun, like a great heaven bird on a motionless sea, is poised her winged azure of creative joy on the still deep of the eternal peace. This was the aim, this the supernal law. It is for this purpose that all is created here, all is struggling, is happening. Nature's allotted task, when beauty drenched in dim mist waters of inconscient sleep, out of the void this grand creation rose. This was the aim, that the creation rose out of the void. Out of the void the grand creation rose. For this, the Spirit came into the abyss and charged with its power matter's unknowing fold. In night's bare session to cathedral light, in this realm repatriate immortality. In this realm repatriate. Patria, that is one's own country, fatherland. Repatriate, going back to your own fatherland. Patron also comes from that, patria. Repatriate, it is what we understand in our normal course. Repatriation means the prisoners of war go back to their respective countries. That is repatriation. Prisoners of war going back to their respective country. So it is immortality which is going back to immortality in the realm of death. In this realm, repatriate immortality. Now that is the whole purpose. In fact, this one particular sentence summarizes the entire the entire thematic content of Savitri. What is it all this for? That immortality gets repatriated even in the depths of realm. And this repatriation of immortality, she is clarifying further by saying, slow mystic transfiguration. That is what is meant by repatriation of immortality, transfiguration. Slow, it has to be slow. Because every detail has to be attended to. Every detail has to be attended to. You can't skip anything at all, you see. Therefore, slow. A mystic slow transfiguration works. All our earth starts from mud and ends in sky. Savitri, you have told us this thing many, many times. No. All our starts from mud and ends in sky. See, it's a monosyllabic line. All our earth starts from mud and end in sky. And love that was once an animal's desire, then a sweet madness in the rapturous heart, an ardent comradeship in the happy mind, becomes a wide spiritual yearning to space. All earth starts from mud and ends in sky, and finally becomes a wide spiritual yearning. Love becomes a wide spiritual learning. A lonely soul passions for the alone. Lonely. It feels isolated, aloof by himself. Lonely soul passions for the alone. The heart that loved man's thrills to love God. A body is his chamber and his shrine. So she is not neglecting body, that is the important thing. Then is our being rescued from separateness. When this is done, then we are not anymore separate from where we have come from. All is itself, all is new felt in God. A lover leaning from his cloister's door gathers the whole world into his single breath. So he really embraces the whole world then into a single breath. Then shall the business fail of night and death. When this happens, then there is no necessity for night and death to exist. A lover leaning from his cloister's door gathers the whole world. When the whole world is gathered by the lover, then night and death need not be there, would not be there, they will fail. Then unity is one. The separateness which was there, the loneliness which you felt until now, then shall the business fail. Then shall the business fail of night and day. Then unity is one. Then strife is lost. And all is known. And all is clasped by love. Who turn back to ignorance and pain? Once that has happened. That is the culmination. When everything is embraced by love itself. In other words, whatever ignorance and pain, whatever night and death had to do, that has been accomplished by this unity one. The separation which had come, that is gone, and now the manifestation will take place in that unity. Therefore, there is no question of going back to ignorance and pain. There is no necessity at all. That purpose is over. we move forward from knowledge to knowledge, from beauty to beauty, not from ugliness to beauty, not from ignorance to beauty, not from death to immortality, but from immortality to immortality, from deathlessness to deathlessness. So, Savitri is chanting the sukta of happiness, 24 sentences, you see, about 100 lines, roughly. It's one of the longest description of the hymn of happiness anywhere in the literature. The Taittiriya Upanishad is very powerful, very sweet, very elevating, you see. But that is a chant. Here in this one, there is enormous amount of metaphysics, enormous amount of occult content, which is also brought out along with the chant, along with the invocation of the goddess of bliss, of happiness.